3, 2, 1.
Oh, yay, oh, yay, oh, yay. The Honorable Supreme Court of Tennessee is now in session. The Honorable Justice Holly Kirby presiding. God save the United States of America, the state of Tennessee, and this honorable court.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Supreme Court virtual swearing-in ceremony for new bar admittees. I'm Holly Kirby. I will be your MC. No, I'm joking. I'm a justice on the Tennessee Supreme Court. I live in Memphis, but I'm here on behalf of all of the court members from all over the state. We're gathered virtually today to make it official for our new bar admittees scheduled to become lawyers today. It's a great achievement for anyone to be admitted to law school, survive years of law school courses, graduate, and pass the bar exam. It's always true that many who become licensed lawyers have to overcome a lot of obstacles to do so. For all of you, this is especially true. For you, the entire process was deeply offended by a global pandemic. Your law school classes were disrupted, and even the bar exam process was impacted. So congratulations to all of you on surviving law school, on passing the bar exam, completing all the requirements to be admitted, and making it here today. In fact, here is an official pandemic gold star in recognition of your achievement. This actually is a gold star from my Christmas tree, but you get the point. We're proud of each and every one of you. And a gold star too for the family and friends here virtually in support of you. Nobody reaches this happy day without help. Many of your family and friends made significant sacrifices so that you could achieve your dream of becoming a lawyer. We as a court want to acknowledge their important contributions. The swearing-in ceremony is really the happiest ceremony that our court conducts. Most of our proceedings are very hotly contested. There's a winner and a really unhappy loser. In this ceremony, all motions are granted and everyone gets to leave a winner. Today's ceremony has two parts: individual motions for the admission of each new attorney, and then a joint oath. New admittees with individual sponsors will go first in alphabetical order. As each new admittee is spotlighted virtually, the sponsors will make a motion for his or her admission. After we finish with them, the remaining new admittees will be spotlighted individually, also in alphabetical order, and Tasha Blakeney, the incoming president of the Tennessee Bar Association and a fine example of Tennessee's excellent legal community, will sponsor and move for his or her admission to the bar. After all of the motions are granted, I will administer the oath of admission to all of you at once. So hang on, don't go anywhere. Even though this is an official court proceeding, it's really very informal. So as you take the oath, feel free to have your spouse, your parents, your children, your auntie, your dog, whoever with you as you take the oath as a new lawyer. And during all of this, for family and friends especially, note that we have a chat function for you to post comments on your favorite new lawyer. We love the chat. So friends and family, please feel free to post as much as you want. You've already heard from the clerk of our appellate courts, Jim Hibner, who also serves as marshal in this court proceeding. Mr. Hibner, his staff, Nick Morgan, and our whole IT team make this ceremony possible. We thank them for their hard work and their professionalism. Now, President-elect Blakeney, would you like to say a few words to our new admittees?
I would love to do that. Thank you so much, Justice Kirby. It is so nice to work with you again. on a project, and this is a particularly delightful one to work with you on. As Justice Kirby mentioned, my name is Tasha Blakeney, and I have the honor and the pleasure of serving as the president-elect of the Tennessee Bar Association. I practice at Eldridge and Blakeney in Knoxville, and it is really one of my favorite things that I get to do, which is to welcome you all to become our colleagues. So at the outset, I don't have a gold star to share with you. I do have a puppy, a little pandemic puppy that I can share with you. This is, little Tina here, who is happy to be attending her first swearing in ceremony as well. The upside of COVID, I guess, is that for those of you who have family or pets, as Justice Kirby said, far and wide, who want to share this moment with you, you can do that. So I do regret in some ways that we couldn't all be together in person, but it does make it even more special when you can have so many people, again, far and wide, who can be here with you today, whether they have 2 legs or 4. So again, congratulations. I know, as Justice Kirby mentioned, that today is a day of success and celebration for you. It's a day of celebration for your families, those who helped support you and get you across the finish line. So on behalf of the members of the Tennessee Bar Association, I want to congratulate you too. This is your day too, family, friends, supporters, mentors. Congratulations, particularly in this very strange time that we find ourselves in, when support takes on even more of an important role in helping people achieve their dreams that they've worked so hard for. So again, congratulations. Welcome to the practice of law in Tennessee. It can be challenging, but it can be so very rewarding. And I look forward to welcoming all of you to practice as our colleagues. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ms. Blakeney. The court agrees with your eloquent remarks and especially your suggestion that these new lawyers join their local bar associations and become part of our legal community. I'm going to take the liberty of making a few remarks to you about your new role in society as a lawyer. We recently lost a wonderful colleague on the Tennessee Supreme Court, Justice Connie Clark. She loved these ceremonies and enjoyed highlighting to new lawyers the words of the first female justice on the United States Supreme Court, Sandra Day O'Connor. In honor of Justice Clark, I'll do the same today. Justice O'Connor wrote passionately about the role of lawyers in a democratic republic in her 2003 book, The Majesty of the Law. Her words resonate today, where national events continue to show the importance of lawyers, judges, and our justice system in preserving equal rights and the rule of law. Justice O'Connor said, "Democracy takes work and time and constant effort. Freedom and equality are not achieved overnight. Liberty requires us to place ourselves in another's shoes, to see that things may not be as fair or as equitable as they appear from our own vantage point. Justice compels us to understand the rage, to feel the pain, to respond to the cries. Although it's easy to become impatient and disheartened by process failure and social discord, we must all take the long view of democratic change. Democracy requires a strong judicial system in which wrongdoers, no matter how influential, are punished, and victims, no matter how powerless, gain relief. Lawyers possess the key to justice under the rule of law, the key that opens the courtroom door. That key is not held for lawyers' own private purposes. It's held in trust for those who would seek justice, rich and poor alike. While a business can afford to focus solely on profits, a profession cannot. It must devote itself first to the community it's responsible to serve. Justice O'Connor's words are even more true today. We on the court recognize that you have to make money, you have to make a living, but we urge you to also fully inhabit the special role of lawyers in our society. I'm betting that even though you're only becoming licensed today, many of you have already become the in-house lawyer for your family and friends. You have a sphere of influence. We urge you to use it for the good. Use your platform as a lawyer to educate those around you about the importance of the rule of law, the principle that all of us must operate within the bounds of the law, and all of us are entitled to basic rights. Educate your friends and family about the basic differences between the branches of government, the importance of having independent judges, and why lawyers are obliged to bring facts and evidence to court, not just conjecture. Most of all, please look out for our most vulnerable citizens. Use your gifts to support and defend their rights under the Constitution. All right, that's the end of my preaching. And now it's time for the good stuff. Time to hear the motions for admission. We'll start with the admittees with individual sponsors, followed by the admittees being introduced by President-elect Blakeney.
May it please the court, I'm Mark Lawson. I'm a member of the Virginia and Tennessee bars. And it's my pleasure to introduce Elizabeth Ann Lanningham Bellamy to the court. Ms. Bellamy is a 2009 graduate of the University of Virginia School of Law, and she is a member of the Texas and Virginia bars, and she is with our firm, Elliott, Lawson, and Minor in Bristol, Virginia. Ms. Bellamy has successfully completed all the requirements to practice law before this bar. Therefore, I move Ms. Bellamy's admission to practice before this court and the courts of Tennessee.
Mr. Lawson, the court is most pleased to grant your motion. Ms. Bellamy, you are an experienced lawyer. We welcome you to the bar in Tennessee, and we wish you great luck in your Tennessee law practice. Congratulations.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, may it please the court. I'm John Michael Giglio. I'm a member of both the Tennessee and the Georgia bars. I'd like to introduce my son, John Wesley Giglio. See, I thought I could get through this without, stumbling, but it's going to be hard. Wes is a graduate of the University of Georgia School of Law. He's a member of Miller Martin Law Firm in Chattanooga. Wes has successfully completed all the requirements to practice law before this bar. I'd like to therefore move for John Wesley Giglio's admission to practice before this court and the courts of Tennessee.
Mr. Giglio, it is perhaps the most special to us to have family members be able to introduce their family members to the bar and to the court. And what could be more special than introducing your son to the Tennessee Supreme Court for admission to the bar. And Wes, congratulations to you. You must have a wonderful father for this to, I'm sure that he is a very composed lawyer in other settings, but this is truly special. And I hope that you will value that and value the mentorship of your father. That bodes very well for your future law career. Congratulations to you.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Love you, Dad.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Your Honor, and may it please the court. My name is Paige Ayers Nutini, and I'm a member of the Tennessee Bar. It is my great honor to introduce to this court my cousin, Elizabeth Ayers Martin. Elizabeth is a graduate of the University of Tennessee College of Law, where she recently graduated summa cum laude in Order of the Coif. Elizabeth is currently a member of the Nashville law firm Waller, Lanston, Dorch, and Davis. And Elizabeth has successfully completed all of the requirements to practice law before this bar. Therefore, with great pride and joy, it is my motion to move for Elizabeth's admission to practice before this court and before the courts of Tennessee.
Ms. Nutini, the court is most honored to grant your motion. That's just wonderful, I have to say. I love it when family members get to introduce family members to the court. Ms. Martin, you're all set up to succeed. You've landed in a good law firm. You obviously have a great mentor in your cousin. Congratulations to you, and I look forward to following your legal career in Tennessee.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Is that all of our admissions with individual sponsors, Mr. Hibner?
Yes, it is, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Blakeney, I think it's your turn now.
Yes, Your Honor, it's my pleasure. May it please the court, I am Tasha Blakeney, member of the Tennessee and Knox County Bar. It is my pleasure to introduce Tiffany Selena Onestad. Ms. Onestad is a resident of Knoxville. She graduated from the University of Arizona and the Thomas Jefferson School of Law, where she graduated with honors. She will be practicing at Onestad Law, a trust and estate planning firm. I'm happy to report that she has met all requirements for admission to the state of Tennessee, and it is my pleasure to move for her admission at this time.
Thank you, Ms. Blakeney. The court is pleased to grant your motion. Ms. Onestad, welcome to the practice of law in Tennessee. That's a great area of law practice. I know that you will enjoy it, and I wish you well in your future legal career. Congratulations.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, it is now my pleasure to introduce William Riddell Falk of Collierville, Tennessee. He attended the University of Tennessee in undergrad and is a graduate of the University of Memphis School of Law. It is my pleasure to report that he has met all requirements for admission before the practice of law in the state of Tennessee, and it is now my pleasure to move for his admission to practice before this court.
Thank you, Ms. Blakeney. Your motion is granted. Mr. Falk, you came from a good law school. That's my alma mater. I'm very, very proud to welcome you to the bar in Tennessee and wish you Godspeed in your career.
Thank you, Your Honor.
May it please the court, it is my pleasure now to introduce Seth Allen Markham. Mr. Markham graduated from Kent State University and the University of Akron School of Law. He has met all requirements for admission before the bar of the state of Tennessee, and therefore it is my pleasure to move at this time for his admission to practice before the state of Tennessee.
Your motion is granted. Mr. Markham, congratulations to you and welcome to the bar in Tennessee.
Thank you, Your Honor.
May it please the court, it is my pleasure to introduce Coulter Allen Parker. Mr. Parker is from Chattanooga. He is a graduate of the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga and Vanderbilt University Law School. He will be practicing at Chambliss, Bonner, and Stoffel. He has met all requirements for admission before this bar, and accordingly, it is my pleasure to move in support of his admission to practice before the courts of the state of Tennessee.
We're so happy to grant your motion, Ms. Blakeney. Mr. Parker, congratulations to you. We're very pleased to have you part of the bar in Tennessee.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Your Honor, it is now my pleasure to introduce Rebecca Payton. She is another fellow graduate of your alma mater, the University of Memphis Cecil C. Humphreys School of Law. She has met all requirements for admission before the practice of the bar, admission of the bar of the state of Tennessee. Excuse me, I'll get it out. I've only done it a few times. I can surely say it again. It is my pleasure now to move for her admission to the practice of law in the state of Tennessee.
We will grant all of your motions, Ms. Blakeney, so you don't worry about that at all. And Ms. Payton, we're so glad to have you part of the bar in Tennessee. Congratulations to you.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
May it please the court, it is my pleasure to introduce Jordan Elizabeth Thomas. Ms. Thomas graduated from the University of Memphis, both undergrad and law school. In law school, she graduated with highest honors and also served as the editor-in-chief of the Mississippi Law Journal. She will be working for the U.S. Court of Appeals for the Fifth Circuit as a law clerk. She has met all requirements for admission to the bar of the state of Tennessee, and accordingly, I now make that motion that she be admitted to practice before the bar of Tennessee.
We're happy to grant your motion, Ms. Blakeney and Ms. Thomas. That sounds like a great clerkship. I clerked for a federal appellate court, and it was just a wonderful experience. So I think that you will enjoy it much. I wish you well, and welcome to the practice of law in Tennessee.
Thank you, Your Honor.
May it please the court, it is my pleasure now to introduce Lindsey Tillman. Ms. Tillman graduated from the University of North Alabama and the Nashville School of Law. She has met all requirements for the practice of law in the state of Tennessee, and accordingly, I respectfully move for her admission to practice before the bar of the state of Tennessee.
Your motion is granted. Ms. Tillman, congratulations to you. We're happy to have you part of the legal community in Tennessee.
Your Honor.
May it please the court, it is my pleasure to introduce Emily Megan White. Ms. White is a graduate of Penn State Law. She has met all requirements for admission before the bar of the state of Tennessee, and it is my pleasure now to respectfully move for her admission to the practice of law in the state of Tennessee.
The court is pleased to grant your motion, and Ms. White, welcome to the practice of law in Tennessee. We're very glad to have you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Your Honor, in what appears to be my final motion of the afternoon, it is my pleasure now to introduce Marissa Catherine Wolfson of Nashville. Ms. Wolfson is a graduate of Indiana University in Indianapolis and the University of Washington School of Law. She has met all requirements for admission before the bar of the state of Tennessee, and I respectfully move for her admission to practice before the courts of the state of Tennessee.
The court is pleased to grant your motion, and Ms. Wolfson, both of my kids went to IU undergraduate. It's just a great university. I know you must have enjoyed law school. We're pleased to have you practicing law in Tennessee. Congratulations to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Is that all of our new admittees, Mr. Hibner?
Yes, Justice Kirby, that is all.
All right. Now is the big moment, the oath. So get ready. Please make sure to unmute yourself because we want to hear you. Gather anyone around you want to be with you as you take the oath. If you can stand and stay on camera, then do that. But regardless, if everybody's ready, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I, Elizabeth Ann Lampion Bellamy.
I love that jumble of names. Do solemnly swear or affirm.
Do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
And the Constitution of the State of Tennessee.
and the Constitution of the State of Tennessee.
In the practice of my profession,
In the practice of my profession,
I will conduct myself
I will conduct myself
with honesty,
with honesty,
fairness,
fairness,
integrity,
integrity,
and civility
and
Civility.
to the best of my skill and abilities.
to the best of my skill and abilities.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, gold stars, pandemic puppies for all. Welcome to the bar in Tennessee. We look forward to working with you. And that will conclude this most happy court proceeding. Go celebrate.
Congratulations, everyone. This honorable court is now adjourned.